What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kinda Funny Gamescast post-show analysis for Ubisoft's E3 2018 E3 press conference. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
My name's Greg Miller. Brap, brap, brap. I started that catchphrase. Forget about Brian.
Also joining me is the #1 games journalist, Andy Cortez.
Hey, what's up, Tim Gettys? How are you, man?
I'm fantastic, man.
Great,
we got
great.
Nick Scarpino on the shock mic.
Shock
in case he has something to add over there.
Shock mic.
Yep,
Nick, you think you're
that's
something to
what-
add
that's
today?
it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
Color commentary, maybe.
We've been doing pre-shows, watch-alongs, and post-shows for each of the E3 conferences, and we will continue to do so. And in every Gamescast, at the end of them, we rank the conferences. So come, watch, join with us. Leave a comment below letting us know how you would rank the conferences. But this one is Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
What'd you guys feel about it?
This was a
That was
great
really
fucking
good.
conference.
I thought it was really good.
Great.
I'll jump to the front.
fucking
I think
show.
this is the best conference so far.
My
I think
thing
it's the
is,
best conference E3.
I know that
We'll save it when we get to
used
rankings
save it,
and
but
debate.
my gut was, though, as I was watching, I'm like, this is better than Microsoft. The fact that they didn't have Splinter Cell, though, really brings it down. Or some surprise.
You wanted it one more
something.
thing. You wanted
Microsoft
one more
had
thing.
Devil May Cry.
You wanted the big wow moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Starfox.
Now you
very
say that. I was going to say
Star
Star
Fox was
Fox
great.
was a pretty big wow moment.
It was a wow moment, but
surprise.
that's just like a feature in a game. I wanted a surprise game.
Okay. Fair enough. Andy,
I guess just
fantastic showing.
I guess
overall.
the continued relationship between Ubi and Nintendo is like really exciting, and who knows what the future holds.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was better than Microsoft.
Sure.
But I still think that it's better than what Bethesda did, and who else? Who's
Square.
Xbox,
Enix?
Bethesda,
EA.
Square, EA is what you see.
EA, yeah.
I feel like this was definitely a better produced conference than we've ever seen. This might be one of the best produced conferences we've ever seen. I feel like it was very tight, and they showed enough of each game. A little bit too much of some, but I don't think it ever gotten to the point of like Ubisoft a year ago, 2 years ago, when it was just like the Star Trek Bridge Crew thing.
Sure.
They
I
went
think
for
I think
3
when you
hours.
went to go pee, I told Greg that I could have done without the concert. I think that's more of like a Game Awards type showcase thing.
The Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Mario Rabbids concert was an interesting insertion.
I get why they did it. To like drum up anticipation for the Rabbids DLC and like make a bigger deal out of it instead of just saying, hey, it's coming.
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of hit or miss, and I feel like it misses for most people. But a lot of people didn't know that it was a sizable package.
Sure, true. But I don't even know if they still know. I mean, they know that it's an expansion or they know there's content for it, but
Yeah.
I don't know how sizable it is, something like that. Whatever, though. You want to run through of everything that happened?
Yeah.
They started with that porn, the bear porn, with just
Dancing
the guy.
bear.
Dancing bear.
Dancing Bear was there.
The panda bear came out dancing. They did a Just Dance thing to get the crowd hyped up. I thought it worked.
I echoed.
We were all having fun in here.
Kevin made the best point of like, I don't know why I like this. Like, it was just good. I don't know.
It was energy,
Weird.
and they were having fun, and it was a live band, which we were talking about, a live marching band at the end there when they came into the thing, and it was just like, yeah, Andrew WK at Bethesda, we gave a little bit of flack for yesterday, right? It was, that was a weird way to do it, and it was because I don't feel like it was everybody was moving with it, but everybody was moving with that. It was
Yeah.
interactive, it was colorful, it was all over the place. I liked it, and it didn't overstay its welcome. I don't think.
And coming to the Wii
Yep. Fuck you, Jared Petty.
and Wii U, which I
Really?
find even
Okay.
more interesting.
That's weird. Beyond Good and Evil 2 then was, or Beyond Good and Evil 2 was next then. My bullet points here talk about Jade popping in, a much younger version of Jade. This is a prequel, as you call that, obviously, but she has a cool sword. That's nice. They ran through a bunch of the characters, like the pig, who's the cook, Paige, I think his name was, Uma the healer, Caleb the engineer. There is a behind closed doors demo at E3 itself. They showed gameplay snippets behind them, wouldn't zoom in on the pre-alpha footage,
Yeah.
so it was pretty wide on purpose, I think, to do that. You can play it alone or co-op. It is an action RPG, and it brought out Joseph Gordon-Levitt for the Space Monkey program. They want everyone to be part of creating the game. They're looking for artwork, music, ideas. You can go over to Hit Record, JGL's website and project, where you can contribute things to hopefully get in the game, and if you're in the game, like, Hit Record actually pays you for your content creation. I want Andy to make songs, and I want Cool Greg to make art. So do that.
I thought that was a cool showing. I mean, it
Really
Beyond Good and
beautiful
Evil
CG trailer.
is the Death Stranding of Ubisoft, and I feel like they deserve that. They have so many games that we know are coming this year, next year. Like Ubisoft puts out so many games. Like look at this conference and the breadth and their library of content that they have coming out. Like it's ridiculous. The game looks fantastic from what we've seen. There over the last year, there has been a lot of little like alpha updates they've put out of gameplay clips that we did get direct feed for, and it looks similar to the one that we saw today.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic. I don't understand the timeline though, because before they made it sound like it was like 200 years in the past or something. So seeing Jade at all, maybe they're just listening to feedback and taking that back, which I think is a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still like definitely in the development phase of even the story at this point, where maybe they're just kind of
last year,
playing
remember, they
fast
were
and
very
loose
much
and-
like, come help us make the game, because
Yeah.
they were still working on
Yeah.
the game, so anything can happen, anything can change. I
But
thought it was a cool
like starting
presentation.
the conference with it too. Like their first like gameplay being shown is that cool.
I thought it was cool. I thought the trailer it was beautiful. I thought it set up a really cool world, like you guys were saying. I'm interested to know more about it. So good job there. Rainbow Six Siege was next. Justin Kruger came out. He was talking about the 35 million players they've had so far across the threshold, all the content they put out for free, and then debuted a clip from Another Mindset, which is a documentary they're making, or have made, I should say, that's coming out about a bunch of Rainbow Six community players, which I thought was interesting. And another one of, cool, you have this ongoing service that I know is a big deal and we've enjoyed playing here. Isn't that right, Cheeto Fingers?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it less at sometimes, but
Yeah, we've had a great time playing it, and I thought it was a good way of this. It's still going on. We're not going to overstay our welcome. A lot of cool shit's happening. Here's a cool trailer for this thing we're doing. All right, good for you. Next was Trials Rising, another great demo.
Goofballs coming out again.
Good devs out there. Shout out to Fat Shady for showing up. The closed beta is now. It'll be out in February 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, and Switch. And I should say, I think you can sign up for the closed beta now. I don't think it's out right now. But Trials is always fun. Trials Rising looks more fun. It's on Switch, which is cool. That'll be a good Switch game. I can see me tinkering around with it.
another segment that kind of dragged on a little bit too long.
They did the
intro
They
thing.
did the intro thing. They showed stuff. They came back. We talked to Fat Shady. Then we shed another trailer on the outro. Right?
Yeah.
That was one that I thought was a little bit long, but not to where I was like upset about it.
I feel like almost every game had like a rule of threes thing going on.
Yeah.
Where there needed to be like 3 different parts of the segment. Didn't work for all of them.
Your next game out was The Division 2. What I find interesting was, obviously they have more time to explain here. They talked about how the virus is burning itself out. Like, it's still there, but it's not nearly as prevalent as it was with the dollar flu in NYC, where it was still a threat for people. This is more about America trying to rebuild and what these true sons are doing and how you have these different factions and who's going to actually end up with America. Had that great trailer, cinematic trailer before rolling in, showing more actual gameplay. They talked about at the end of the campaign, you know, they've learned so much from Division 1. The end of campaign, you'll get to pick a new progression path called a specialization, which you can then go through and play with your other friends in the end game to keep you moving. They talked about team play going even further. And then they talked about, of course, 8-player raids. That is real. That is happening. Got a good pop from the audience. I'm super stoked for it. And they talked about year 1, you're getting 3 DLC episodes that'll add new stories, new areas, new activities, and they'll all be free. There's a 30-minute demo on the post show that's going on right now. I'm sure Ubisoft will have that up on their YouTube if you're watching later. And then they reiterated February 15th, 2019 for a release date. I think I fucked that up. It's March, isn't it? Yeah,
March.
After I said it, I realized that is not correct.
Yesterday we given Bethesda a lot of credit for doing a good job explaining what Fallout 76 was.
Yeah.
And, you know, for EA, we gave them a lot of shit for not doing that for Anthem.
Yeah.
I think that Ubisoft is absolutely knocking it out of the park with Division 2. Like,
I can't fucking
over the
wait.
last couple days, everything they've shown has been like they nailed the presentation and all this.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard to show games over and over and over without losing its
Keep it
luster.
fresh, yeah.
Like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right? You're like, all right, I get it, stop. With this, it's like everything that they're showing, I'm like, oh, there's more interesting
They're showing
stuff
new
here.
things, right? Like even right now, as we watch this Ubisoft demo in the post show, it's not the same thing over and over again. They're not on Air Force One, which I thought is what they'd probably just do again.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of like
great.
these devs learning and listening to feedback from the fans.
Yeah.
You know, as much as people played the Division 1, I saw a great tweet from Alfredo this morning where he was like, you know, Division 1 did not, really deliver, but I still put in 400 hours.
Yeah.
And it's still a world that I want to go back to. So like clearly they listened and they heard your feedback, and yeah, I'm really excited to play this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they're able to avoid the pitfalls of something like Destiny 2, where it is like, okay, cool, we've studied what everybody wanted, which it seems like, because that, the last giant expansion was the one where everybody's like, holy shit, this game's awesome. You've done so much of the stuff we wanted. If they're already thinking and talking about what the end game is going to be in their first real debut stuff, it seems like they have their head wrapped around what people want out of the Division 2.
But we hope.
Yeah, we'll see. Then it was Mario Rabbids, which was here is some footage from the Donkey Kong DLC that's coming on June 26th, and it was set to the music, and everybody had a little concert there, and it was fun. And Andy said some horrible things about people, but we won't go back to it. Skull and Bones was next, coming in 2019. We saw the ship-to-ship combat. We saw walking around as a person. What'd you guys think?
I thought that the CG trailer kind of set up the world was really interesting and cool. Gameplay, not something that speaks to me at all, but it could have just been like another pirate game.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're trying to build something that is a bit more unique there. And I like the pirate gangs and all that stuff they got going on. Just like the visual style of the writing in the blood. Pretty cool.
I kind of echo what Tim said. It's not a game I'm probably going to play.
Sure.
I was interested, though, when we did see the moment of the guy walking up to the NPC, your character walking up. I wonder how much that is going to be in the game. If you are at all in a third-person mode, kind of running around your ship, commanding your crew and stuff like that, or if it's 99% just ship combat. People seemed excited about it in chat.
The chat was flipping out. The chat was very much
a lot
like,
of people
holy
were like,
shit.
Rip
this
Sea of
is,
Thieves.
exactly. This is way better than Sea of Thieves.
But I know Sea of Thieves has more of the character controlling. Like in Sea of Thieves, while you're having these big battles, you can piece the fuck out from your ship and walk around, go to the brig, and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
So I do think they're going to be a little bit different. But it's not a game that speaks to me, but if people are stoked about it, go for it.
Yeah,
I disagree with you guys that this game is going to look that good when it comes out. I bet there's articles later of just like, look at the downgrade when it comes out. That looked way too good.
We'll see.
I will bet you $2.
Okay.
Whoa, money
It's on the books.
bags,
It's on the fucking books.
Cortez.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I think Black Flag looks so good. Ship-to-ship combat there looks
Yeah,
great. It's a
it did.
single-player experience,
Yeah.
and not multiplayer or whatever. I like the idea of, when in the demo they came across a bigger ship and they apparently invited in 3 friends or whatever to come fight. That's cool. I think there's going to be an audience that it definitely speaks to. I don't know if it's me, but we'll see. Transference was the next one, of course, the VR title from Elijah Wood and his team.
Spooky.
And the mashup here. Yeah, it's a first-person exploration game coming in fall 2018. And yeah, it is spooky, right? Of going through this first-person memory simulator thing where the ghouls and the scary things look to be like digitized monsters, right? Because you're trying to recover these memories in some fact, or they're digitized and something like this. And there was this father talking to his son that appeared to be us and going through. It seems like a mind fuck, and it seems like something I'm totally going to be on board to jump in with PlayStation VR.
It's too scary for me, but
I'll tell you about it. You can watch my screen as I play.
I think it looks fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited that a studio not really used to doing this sort of thing is involved. I think it looks really cool, and I don't really know much else about it though.
Okay. Next was Starlink. It's coming October 16th. We had heard rumors that Starlink was dropping the Toys to Life gimmick. They are, in fact, not. Still there. Still putting them on your controllers, popping your ships in. They ran a little bit through the story, but then the big reveal, Starfox integration.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that was awesome. Like, I want to rewatch my reaction later because, there was a moment where I looked, because it was zoomed in on his chest, and I was like, huh. Like, that's Fox. But I was like, I didn't want to say it because I was like, there's no way. And then it zooms up. I'm like, that's fucking nuts. Love the remix of the theme song they played. That shit looks great. Before they revealed Fox, looking at the Starlink thing, I'm like, oh man, like I love Star Fox type games and flying around. But I looked at that, I'm like, that reminds me a bit too much of the gummy ships from Kingdom Hearts that I was just talking shit about yesterday. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually like how it plays. But dude, getting Fox in there, fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Big fan of that.
I said it during the conference. I don't think it's a game I'll play, but shit, man, as a kid, I would have eaten this shit up, dude. Like to have the physical, tangible ship that you own and customizing it and having it fire different ways, and then just seeing that fucking, what are they called? So the V wing, R wing. I was gonna say Arc wing. It's just super cool. Like I want that toy. Mm-hmm. I really do want that little statue.
From there, we went in. Oh, I should point out Star Fox exclusive to the Switch version of Starlink. From there, we went into For Honor. The big stuff coming out of this, there's a few things. First off, right now on PC over on Uplay, For Honor is free. You can get the game for free until next Monday, so you can get in, get it, and enjoy it at your leisure. They then showed Marching Fire, their new DLC coming October 16th. This had a whole. They were like, we've gone somewhere we've never gone before, and it looked like China. We had it looked like Chinese troops coming in and attacking and doing stuff there and stuff. Yeah, they had a smoke line and stuff. Then I went to the bathroom, but they did 4v4, a new mode, 4v4 Breach, which is a castle siege.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's a 4v4 thing where it's it looks like it's the one's defending and one, like it's like assault mode.
Okay, he said 4v4 and he's like castle siege and he's like Breach. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're calling the mode, but I gotta go pee. So that happened. If you're a For Honor fan, I'm sure you know all about it. Follow Eric Pope on Twitter for more. Then it was The Crew 2, which they kept extremely short, thank goodness. Said it's coming out June 26th. The open beta is on the 21st of June. PS4, Xbox One, PC. You can preload the open beta now if you want to jump into that. I don't think you can call it a beta if it's coming out 1 week before the game, but I digress.
That'd be a game that I feel like the only time that I'll play it is if we do a party mode of it.
Yeah.
But I've never really been into vehicular games.
Crew 1 I thought was a really cool concept, and I forget when it came out at just a time where there's other games.
Well,
And then
we
other
did a
people
million
like,
Let's Plays of it at IGN.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
were
yeah.
really fun when we did the little series, but But yeah, it's
Never clicked for some reason afterwards. And then they finished out the conference with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Holy fucking shit, does this game look awesome. It is set in Greece, of course. It's an RPG experience. It's your Odyssey. You get to pick if you want to be a woman or a man character, the man being Alexios, and then Cassandra is the female. Either way, you'd have how do you want to say this one? Leonidas Spear. The Leonidas Spear, which apparently gives you some kind of power as you're glowing. He's like jumping off and doing raid moves. Yeah, the Spartan kick and stuff. Coming out October 5th, which I don't know. I was under I had heard a rumor somewhere, I thought, online leading up to this that it was actually early next year, like everything else. I'm super stoked that it's October 5th. I want that game as fast as possible. I thought it looked awesome.
Big Kev Dog, what'd you think about it?
I'm really stoked.
You're playing Origins right now, right?
I'm playing Origins. To me, it seemed like it looked a lot like Origins, like exactly like
Real quick, is it Assassin's Creed Origins or Origin?
Origins.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm actually not
Arkham
sure.
Origins was in my head, so I didn't know if I screwed it up and said I was off on the wrong
Yeah,
path.
it looks very similar. Obviously prettier, but overall, I love Origins, and I want to keep playing it. I got really into it like last week. Probably put in a good 20 hours in this last week that just passed.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for it.
I think seeing a different environment is really intriguing.
Yeah.
Obviously that's every Assassin's Creed game. But I don't think it's this needed that Splinter Cell pop to end out the conference.
Oh, sure. Well, hold on. I also want to talk about
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed before we hop off of that.
Okay.
In the chat, Robert 1858 says, I don't get Greg being psyched for this, but not Origins. They look practically the same. For me, there's something about this setting that I enjoy more. I don't know if it's that I'm more familiar with ancient Greece than I am ancient Egypt. It's the ability to be Wonder Woman in this game. Basically, I'm gonna be Cassandra. I think the combat and her stuff looks awesome. It's also the fact that I love the RPG-ness of it. Let's pick responses and let's actually change the story and have it evolve out. And I'm sure it's not going to be drastically different, but just that little bit of ownership. For me, Origins was, when I turned it on, cool. It was this weird fucking jump in of, what's the character's name again? Deus, right? No, Bayek. You jump in there as Bayek, and it was like, and I'm like, who the fuck am I? Why am I doing any of this? And it was immediately like, here's the whole map. And I'm like, I have enough games I'm ignoring in my library right now that are just, let's clear everything on the map. Like, it just wasn't what I needed or wanted right there. But I think the skeleton they're putting out for this game has me more excited than that, personally.
Cool.
Now, I thought, I'm with you, that when that ended and Yves Guillemot came back out, along with every other developer that was on stage, which was cool, I was like, oh, clearly they're going to do blah, 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 and one more thing. And then they didn't. And I was like, no, I could have gone for some kind of tease of something
definitely.
at the end.
That would have made this undeniably my number one so far.
Yeah.
In terms of conferences, I think. You want to talk about the ranking now? Because I feel like those are intrinsically tied.
All right, everybody. Bringing this up. We're going to go through right now. We are ranking the press conferences. Right now, Xbox is number 1, Bethesda is number 2, Square's number 3, EA is number 4. We also have the Tim tiered, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
What are you feeling for Ubi, everybody?
If Ubi had a surprise announcement, Splinter Cell or otherwise, I would have put it as number 1. But I think that Xbox, it had Gears, it had Halo, and it had Devil May Cry 5. So I put it Xbox number 1 still.
That's an interesting argument.
You're crazy.
That's an interesting argument.
But
Andy?
I mean, presentation, I think that they fucking nailed it. This reminds me a lot of Bethesda's show last year, where it was extremely tight and we got a lot of info on games, but we knew about them all, and the only new games were things that leaked. So Assassin's Creed being the new game,
Yeah.
it already leaked.
Yeah. What do you think, Andy?
I put it barely below Xbox, but I feel like the gulf between Ubi at 2 and Bethesda at 3 is not big enough.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed
You
this
wish you could show
far
that.
more than Bethesda.
This is,
yeah.
I mean, that's my thing, and that's where I think we did this yesterday, arguing with, not arguing, but debating, right? Of like, well, Bethesda's conference doesn't speak to us as gamers, or like our gaming, picks, but how do they do this and how do they do that? It's the opposite of Bethesda, I feel like, where I'm in for most of these Ubisoft games, right? Not even, I guess, most, but like there's a large number of games in this conference that I'm stoked about. Like, granted, The Division, and already knowing that I'm super into, and then Assassin's Creed, but even that, like, I wasn't bored during the Just Dance segment, right? If I didn't have to pee so bad, I would have stuck through For Honor to see what they're up to. I feel like every conference outside of that, this was my most enjoyable conference. It's my number 1, I think.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk was great, yeah, but I mean, it was just a CG trailer or whatever. Like, I loved the Xbox conference as well. I thought actually, you know what? I thought the Xbox conference was great, I said. And I stand by that. I loved the Ubisoft conference. And I think it was just the fact that it had a better clip for it. I like the announcements better. I mean, even you're talking about like, well, we didn't get any surprise, and you're like, Mike, Didn't we expect Halo and Gears and stuff like that? No, granted, you didn't know the information.
Not expecting both of them. Multiple Gears games we did expect.
Multiple Gears we knew were coming. That was the rumor. Yeah, Devil May Cry. Yeah,
but like a proper Gears though.
Yeah.
That was everyone thought it was going to be the RTS weird game and Battle Royale. But Gears 5, I think that's pretty big deal, especially alongside.
I'm not trying to take away from Gears 5.
We're just arguing here.
Yeah.
I think both. For the Tim tier, I'd put Xbox and Ubi both as great.
Oh, yeah.
I think
we're
they
not
are
even to the
very
Tim
close.
tier yet. Hold on. Well, no, it's the Tim tier, Andy, not the Andy tier. All right. We wanted the Andy tier. We got the. So then, you guys are both sticking to voting
I'm
too?
sticking Ubi too because it needed that one surprise to really push it up.
Y'all crazy.
Xbox had more duds, but also it had surprises, and surprise factor is really important when you're ranking E3
That
conferences.
Star Fox thing was awesome.
It was.
Because is this the start? You know what I mean? That's how they brought in Crash. Toys to Life.
No,
What do you mean?
I don't want Ubi making a Star Fox game.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the people that made it.
We did it. Xbox just had more big games, says Taz MN.
Keep talking.
I'm not
there
I feel like Xbox had more games.
Deezus
but-
says I would put Xbox third. You're
That's
crazy.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
You crazy.
You are crazy. What would you put above? But maybe Bethesda. Maybe they're big
All right.
Fallout fans.
Now we're
online
to the
fans.
Tim tiered thing. Now, Tim, you have a multi-structured tier. Run me from top to bottom what a tier is.
The tiers: the God tier, great, good, meh, and horrible.
Bad
And
and
bad.
horrible.
You have a bad in there too.
Did I?
Bad
Get
horrible.
rid of it, dude.
Well,
Cut
no,
it.
you had it on there before. I don't
Yeah, I
think
did.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right. I did.
You originally
I just never
called,
used it
Yeah,
here.
well, you
You're
originally
right.
called Square bad, and then it became meh.
So right now I got Xbox at great, Ubi at great.
That's it.
Keep going.
Bethesda at good, Square at meh, and EA at horrible.
Okay. So then the new rankings are Xbox number 1, Ubisoft number 2, 3 is Bethesda, 4 is Square, 5 is EA. If you're going by the Tim tiers, that's great, good, meh, horrible. Ladies and gentlemen,
Think it works?
PlayStation is up next.
Well, there it is.
In 2.5 hours, we'll be back with the PlayStation pre-show to get you ready for PlayStation's conference at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Expectation levels?
I'm trying to not be too hyped for it because
Really?
the fact that they got ahead of everything, we're like, these are the 4 games that we're really going to get into. Like, they blew their load. If they hadn't said that Death Stranding was coming, we wouldn't expect it to be there. If they hadn't said Last of Us was going to be there, we wouldn't expect it to be there. You know?
If we don't see anything Marvel related, if we don't see, I mean, obviously Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but if we don't see an Avengers thing or anything like that at this PS4 conference, I will fucking eat a whole bag of hot Cheetos.
What if you see Rocksteady?
If we see Rock,
Is Rocksteady going to be there?
I guarantee you, if they're not there, I'm gonna eat a whole bag of goldfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, remember, like WB Brazil or whatever, right? Switching their logo to that ghost thing back, or God damn it, I'm so tired. They're switching
Galaxy.
their thing to the Galaxy, and then PlayStation's been promoting theirs with the Galaxy behind it, not with that green smear or whatever. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Toby Blue
PlayStation always
said
uses
don't
Galaxy,
do it.
though.
I know, but was WB making a conscious choice? That's where they're going to do something.
Are the shoes fucking related to that? Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Oh, the
man?
PlayStation
shoes? Galaxy?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, PlayStation is usually one of my most excited conferences, but we'll see. We'll fucking see, because last year was kind of all over the place, but we still got surprises like Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
So
I'm stoked. And we're gonna see a deep dive in Spider-Man, Last of Us 2, Death Stranding. Like that's all.
I mean, no
awesome
matter
shit.
what, it's going to be very high on the list here.
Yeah. Unless it's just they do nothing, they just come and fart.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can still go over to twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. Watch us do the pre-shows, the live reacts, and everything else on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. Or you can catch all the archived content up on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. We got Sony coming, we got Nintendo in the morning, then we go to E3, we get there, we play a bunch of games, we put up reactions all over here. Then, of course, we go to the GameSpot stage Thursday afternoon. You can watch that live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames on GameSpot's channels. We'll have it up on youtube.com/kindafunnygames as well. There's a bunch of stuff happening. E3 is here. Andy, show them nips.
What?